Oh, we're back! Like we never left, but we did, because
It is.
we keep running into technical issues.
Recast from Shame and Shadow in Black and Gold Reborn.
Intermission, improvement. Oh. was that improvement on a black screen or an improvement on the stream? Yeah, we're running into a few different issues at the moment. One,
I blame the heat.
I think it might be the heat. We're having some blue screen issues which we didn't have before, and at the same time, last stream, what happened was at the same time that happened, Skype decided to update, and the software we use for streaming decided to update in the same moment, which meant all our layouts for our stream. I can't think what they're called. Like just the layouts and stuff were completely broken. Just like the overlay. That's it. All the overlays were broken. None of the cameras were setting up properly, and it's unfortunately taken a step back in where we were.
It's a little frustrating, but we soldier on.
Yeah, I think the heat is not helping because we didn't have this issue before, but also Windows likes doing like 8 million updates a day at the moment.
Yeah, they just crush how your computer actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we're good. Yeah, too hot for the computer, indeed. It's like, are you in Canada? What's the weather like there? Maybe we need to move the stream. I can't imagine Canada's ever hot.
First MMX relocation. I'll take it upon myself to move to Canada, guys.
I'm deeply surprised we're not going to Albania first.
I mean, that'd be a cheaper location.
It's still quite hot there, though. That's the issue.
But
it wouldn't fix our problem. It'd just be hot somewhere else.
I don't think we can move.
Country.
I don't think we can move there till after we do the GT, the Albanian MMX GT. That is.
Yep.
I'm further south than you are north in my city. What?
He's further south, so he's closer to the equator.
I mean, James,
we established this.
Yeah.
Was I there when we established this? No, I was in Corfu.
It's 21 degrees C. I wish it was 21 degrees C.
Yeah, it's at least 25 here. And it's nearly 9 PM. Not really cooling down.
No,
27 to 30. That's like a day. Someone's driving down my street in a big truck.
Just a stream of background noises. Right?
Yeah. Hey, it's better than some of the stuff we could have done.
Yeah, to be fair.
So, at least in the peak of summer, hottest we've got was 35. I feel really bad for you in that case.
Yeah, 35 is not a pleasant temperature.
I'm built for only cold temperatures and bring extra padding just for that. You say that's true? Like, yeah, I agree. It's
well, you strike me as a man that's built for colder temperatures, man.
Thank you.
I accidentally went out in the sun for 2 hours on Saturday, and I'm significantly redder because of it. The sun's a dangerous ball of fire, and we shouldn't be near it.
Yeah, James is a ginger man, so he does not fare well in the sun.
It is a dangerous ball of fire.
As are you, James.
That is reasonably accurate.
Oh, I believe we were talking about Titanicus. Anyway, before we were so rudely ripped from the Twitch sphere.
Yeah. Before the internet decides to cast us out for providing actual content.
Yeah.
Everybody else at a whole lot.
So confused right now.
Okay, Titanicus models.
Yeah, so apparently... do you know what? I think this was a bit we were on. So, yeah, the rumours are, if it sells well, which is no debate it probably won't. It wasn't Nightbot. Oh, I don't even know if Nightbot's on. We will have Xenos. So I'm imagining, at least at first, if they're trying to keep it in that. Like, I think it's set during the Heresy, but that's how they're able just to package it as it is without having, like, Chaos Titans. And that makes the most sense. Do it during the Heresy, make a couple of sprues. If it sells well, add the Xenos. Whether we get the Xenos in resin from Forge World or whether we get the Xenos in plastic probably depends on how well it sells. I imagine we would start getting resin conversion kits from Forge World for the stuff
I
before.
believe that is the plan.
Yeah.
I think they maybe mentioned that Warhammer Fest. Warhammer Fest was a long weekend. I stopped paying attention about this.
Yeah, by the time the actual things were going on, I was playing games.
Yeah,
You
I was
get-
in a seminar. I wasn't really listening.
You get Chaos Titans, Psyker. They just look like normal ones.
Yeah, it's the heresy. Everybody
it's
looks.
It's not about what you're wearing. It's about how you feel inside.
Everyone had matching towels.
They are not rock lobsters, James.
Prove that you weren't there.
I mean, he
I
hasn't
was in the
been there yet, but
It's true. Maybe Mark will live to be 28,000 years old and be allowed to be in the heresy.
I mean, we can hope.
Yeah, it's a good life goal.
Keep the stream going.
It's just Mark talking to the extinction of humanity,
Yep.
mostly shouting at
I was the guy in the last church. Not the emperor or the vicar.
James
I was
doesn't
just-
know what the last church is.
I was more thinking, I've been watching a Netflix series, The Nation, and there's a guy who's like in the last satellite outpost ever, and he's just sat there watching the world go to pieces. The zombies eat it, and he's just talking to dead air for hours. It's brilliant.
Kind of like
I
a
enjoy it.
conversation with you, James.
Yeah,
Oh, shots! Bang, bang, bang,
there's your fingers, Mark.
bro.
You don't have.
That's what happens in World War Z. The book, not the terrible film.
Yeah.
In World War Z, there's a bit because World War Z is basically made up of the story's told as if someone, the author is interviewing people, so they're all like past tellings. And there's a bit about the astronauts were basically stuck up there for like 4 years or 5 years before someone could get them back, and they're all like malnourished and stuff, like properly malnourished, like they're dying. Nightbot nowhere to be found. Dark Mechanicus is attacking your computer. What have you done? Maybe that's why they're getting through, because Nightbot is down.
Nightbot is the Omnisire.
Pretty sure that's not true.
It fights for the good of mankind.
Does it?
Sure.
With that.
So Matt, I believe you are playing a game of Kill Team tomorrow. Are you know?
I am. I'm not sure how prepared I am.
It's all right. I've read up on the Kill Team that you might be using.
Oh, good. I'm assuming you're gonna watch and brief me.
Potentially, yes.
This could work well. Then.
Games, by the way, where just me and Mark provide him with lists, tell him
Lists, armies, spare models.
Oh no, Nightbot has returned.
how to play.
Yes, Nightbot's back. Well, I'm like Lewis Hamilton, you know, he doesn't repair his own car, he just has the skill to drive it.
Well, just the guys behind the scenes don't really get the praise.
Yeah. How it is,
I'm
guys.
I've even used the name builder on your roster. We've got some good names.
Do we have 100 points?
Is in charge. We have 99 points.
Oh, I feel like we've wasted a point there.
Well, we can use that if you lose, then
Yeah,
it is because
moral
you
victory.
were a point down.
I mean, we don't know
You
what
were
we're playing
missing
against.
1% of your army.
This is the key. We don't know what we're up against.
I imagine it's probably Admech.
Hmm.
Who are you
Could be
playing?
Tyranids.
Could be Tyranids, that's true. Edward Beechington.
Hmm.
Ooh, it will be Tyranids. I know exactly what you're up against.
Excellent.
Yeah, great. Cheers, James.
There you go. Because Ed sent me his list a while back, and I didn't realise he was playing you.
Nids versus Space.
I'm not sure why he sent you a list on Kill Team, because the rules of the models are different.
And you've openly admitted to not being interested in Kill Team either.
Yeah.
It's like me sending you War of the Ring lists to review, James. Can't imagine you'd be much
It
help.
is.
I wish you would, said James. War of the Ring.
I might do that, yeah.
I'm just going to tell you how hard guard.
Hive Guard.
To be
War
fair,
of the Ring.
in the War of the Ring, I imagine if someone had brought Hive Guard, they'd probably have done very well.
I don't know, the Army of the Dead kicked the shit out of Hive Guard. 10 out of 10 times. Can't do
Interesting.
anything about them. cannot do anything about them, can I, Bjad?
Man's got a point. The man has got a point.
Good point. Fair point.
Yeah, so pretty this is the looter sprue.
I'm looking forward more to hopefully getting a campaign going.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be
I
cool.
think it was a really interesting concept of how you actually win the campaign. You don't, in Shadow War, which it's somewhat similar to, you would fight for resources in the campaign, and if you'd set a number, whoever got to that resource won.
Yeah.
Whereas in Kill Team, it's sort of the last player standing wins. So you start with resources, and whoever runs out of them first loses, and then it's just a case of who has leftover resources by the end, which is
sort of playing survival.
Yeah, it really gets the sense that your Kill Team's been abandoned on this planet, and they're just trying to get by.
Is there a restriction in like games, so you can't just be like, this guy plays 10 games and he's
more
gone?
Sort of down to a player base. We've gone to heaven.
I'm not sure what's going on here. In fact,
doesn't feel like heaven to me.
I feel like I'm having an issue, but I'm not sure what is going on.
But we still appear to be live, so keep talking. People are listening to you.
All right, yeah, sweet. So I think that's more down to the players decided before the campaign. You can put a game cap in there, but I think every game typically means you'll be losing so many of the resource. So I think it can just be when it eventually, runs its course.
Now you're a beautiful anime.
Yeah,
I am.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Here we go. Ah!
Yeah.
Nightbot had hacked us for a second there. We have got some lag on the stream now.
We have. Look how slow I am.
We haven't lost anything. We just
interesting.
Oh.
I mean, you're not lagging for me, Mark. I saw that just fine.
I'm a long way behind.
I don't know what the lag on stream's like though.
No,
what's going on? We just had like a complete refresh of everything.
Oh no, that's weird.
Oh yeah, you are lagging like shit now.
Yeah.
Also me.
I don't know if I'm just slow or whether there's a time delay. I can't quite tell.
No, we're actually alright on stream. They're actually alright.
Alright.
For some reason, on my streaming software here, we're lagging like mad and warping around, but on the stream we're actually spot on, so that's cool.
As long as my feigned interest nodding is in speech, it's fine.
I mean, with me and Mark on the stream, no one's watching you.
Yeah, no one cares about Hive James. I had to be the one to break it to you, but someone had to.
To be fair, Mark, I believe recently you have played more Hiveguard than I have.
I mean, I played him once.
Twice.
Right, four times a woman, but
yeah. Yes.
Oh no! So yeah, back onto Kill Team, I guess. after that, well, I'm a big fan of the simplistic skirmish games. I'm really looking forward to getting into Kill Team.
Yeah.
I don't want something like too complex that I'm having to work loads of shit out to upgrade my team and stuff. I just want to be able to take some models and
the nice.
It's why I love RPGs. It's why I love Fallout. Fallout's as simplistic an RPG as you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's nice that it doesn't have all that stupid roll random dice to do crazy stuff.
Yeah, the upgrade system in Kill Team is actually quite interesting as well, in that it's more of a tech tree than anything else.
It's like talents, isn't it? Like talents in an MMO. You basically pick down. Yeah, tech tree is a good word for it. Focus down one route and pick stuff from that. And it's cool. Quite. I don't know. I'm like really open to it. I had Shadow War, but this is an actual release. Shadow War was a way of getting rid of terrain. Oh, we have lost Marcus Ward.
Yeah.
We've lost Mark's feed. Oh, he's back.
It's just the machines do not want us to stream tonight.
No.
Well, we are soldiering on. We are still here. They cannot break our spirit.
So
the specialists in your Kill Team run differently to just the generic chaff.
Mm-hmm.
So they run off two different. Basically, your chaff is essentially like one character in a kill team. I guess you could say you upgrade them together. So you do one upgrade per however many chaff, and they all get that same upgrade.
All right.
However, your specialists run on a different tech tree, I guess.
Yeah.
Which
And
I
they
think,
get
I
these
think is really
skills.
cool. It's not a sort of system that I've seen before, which is quite interesting.
Do chaff just get a stat upgrade then?
You get sort of special abilities. I believe one is you can reroll ones of an armor save. I think that's called lucky. And I think you can gain up to so many upgrades on them. Basically on your roster, you have so many boxes that you can tick off for XP.
Yeah.
And every sort of third or fourth one is lined in orange. And once you hit that, you are upgraded. You've gone up a level. So with the chaff, you roll on a table, and whatever you get, that's your upgrade for the entirety of your chaff.
Yeah.
Which again is quite cool. So you can have up to 3 levels on your chaff, basically.
This is sounding a lot like Mordheim. Where you'd have
probably based on that. I've never played Mordheim, unfortunately.
Same sort of thing. You'd have your heroes who would have specialist abilities and would grow separately, and then you'd have groups of henchmen. So you'd have your combat group and your shooting group, and they'd gain different skills, and they'd all upgrade together. And
that's essentially how this one works.
Seems to be a similar setup.
Which is definitely cool. And good thing about campaigns is as well, you can essentially have like an unlimited roster of people to use. You still only get so many specialists, but you can have as much chaff as you like. So I believe it's every time you start a new game, you can choose to put one chaff member in there, or one new chaff member in there for every experienced chaff member in there.
So you can swap out your lineup to other people then.
Sort of, yeah.
That's
Which
pretty
is kind of cool. So you can just end up with endless amounts of chaff.
Does sound like my kind of thing.
Plus, you can take lictors, I believe, James.
You definitely can take lictors.
Who doesn't want a kill team full of lictors? You'd never be able to find it.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Right now, you counter a kill team full of lictors.
Stealth suits.
Just two battles when no one knows what's going on. Probably went to the wrong battlefield.
You don't need to deploy.
Yeah.
I've lost a bit of. Oh, there it is. Lost a bit of my gun.
I've got a game of kill team lined up on Thursday against Dave Walker as well.
So, your first victory then?
Yeah.
Wow. Brutal.
It's not bullying.
He knows what happens when he steps up.
I believe Dave grudged you for an event today as well, Mark. Not just a kill team game.
He's running an event at our local independent store, Stronghold Games. Basically, where the tournament premise is you don't take any soup. Everything's got the same. Is it faction keyword?
They must all share They must all have the same faction keyword.
Yeah,
so you can't even. No soup, no mixing of chapter tactics or anything.
Yeah, you're essentially running an army of one type.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has seen fit to grudge me. It's because I'm such an awesome opponent. Matt, you've also been grudged, have you not?
I have been grudged by Tim Baruff, who, after his defeat to me at Soft Lads, has thought he's got a bit heightened by a recent win streak and has thrown down the gauntlet. Now, I'm not sure what I'm taking to this yet. I'm also not sure I can attend the full day, which is a bit of a worry. However, depending on how it goes, I'm very, very much looking forward to playing Tim round one.
Yeah.
Running that gauntlet.
On stream, wondering what you'd take to this.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Stronghold events, maybe take an orc army.
Yeah. Have done that before.
Have done that twice before.
Yes.
Who knows?
I'll taking my 1,000 Suns.
I believe I am running High Fleet Mackenzie again as
You
well.
are.
High Fleet Mackenzie.
High
God.
Fleet Mackenzie is
Because, of course,
under
some
new
people-
management.
Yeah, some people won't have heard about Mark's exploits with High Fleet Mackenzie since we have not streamed since that occurred.
That's true. It didn't go well.
There was a shadow in the water.
There was a shadow in the warp.
Shall we talk a bit about the tournament since we last streamed?
Sure.
Yeah,
When
it's like-
it's my typical tournament story.
yeah,
Didn't do
well, let's start with Cali, because that was the big one before we went off stream. So Mark may have the shortest tail.
I got like tables like 4 times. So yeah, went out on the night though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was a fun tournament. You know, I met a lot of cool people there. Had some good discussions. Played 2 guys from Imps, which were pretty good. I played Lee and Kristen. It's funny how tournaments sometimes work out like that. You know.
Yeah. Or shaking back into your locals.
Yeah. Yeah, 100-player event, and you're playing 2 people that you're already familiar with.
Yep.
But no, it was a fun tournament. Look, I you know, we've talked about ETC. Before. I don't like it. I'm not very good at it. I don't particularly care about not being very good at it because, you know, I just don't like the system. I struggle to get into tournaments where I don't like the system.
Yeah. You had a better event, Matt.
I didn't want to play in the event.
Me and Matt were very much in the same boat.
I was on the point of dropping out on the Friday. Like, I really wanted to have a weekend away with you guys.
Yeah.
But I really just wasn't feeling it. So naturally, I went on a 3-0 streak day 1. Now it's ETC, so it's not the same as ITC. You're not on the same level as having 3 wins because it's all down to victory points. Or battle points, I suppose it's called, isn't it? So I was only getting small wins. I think 12 8s, 15 5s, which was keeping me below the top of the pack. 3 wins is good nonetheless. Trying to think who I played. One of our local guys, Rob. It was our first ever game. That was game 2. Game 1, I played LG
Mike.
London GT winner Mike Porter in a pretty near enough mirror match. So that was really good to win that. I was really happy with that. Game 3 was I can't remember his second name, but Stephen with Harlequins, a really nice Harlequin army, and beat that. So went to day 2, lost 20-0 game 4, and then won game 5. So I finished on 4-1. Unfortunately, because there were small wins all the time, I think I was like 20-something overall, which is obviously pretty
so
different. Yeah.
It's so dumb.
The battle points thing is ridiculous. Day 1 I fought all the space elves. I had Lee from Imps round 1 with his Pure Dakari. So not Pure Dakari, he had an Eldari Airwing.
He did. I played the same list. Round 3.
Yes. I won that 20-0. I then won the Team Scotland ETC guys. They've just come 3rd actually, ETC. Which was pure Harlequins, which was fun, really weird game, and I think has inspired a few lists in our local area since. But I managed to win that 20-0 on points, despite the fact that it was obnoxiously difficult to kill 18 Harlequin bikes.
We hope.
Yeah, and then I played. By this point, I was 14-0 after 2 rounds, so I was right up at the top. Played on table 1 against Simon from Imps, who I played about 3 weeks earlier on the top table of another RTT because we tend to meet there. Usually in round 3, it tends to be how it goes. Against his Yunari spear and Talos spam, and I had a first turn that you have dreams about, and damn near tabled him without him getting to move. And I won that 20-0 as well, which turned out to not be a great idea because there were 4 of us on 20-0, and I either got to fight double Tau Tiger Shark, triple Tau Storm Surge, or 200 orcs, half of whom were Storm Boys, because there were 4 of us on perfect scores. Got the orcs, had a hell of a brutal game. Really good fun, actually. Played against a guy called Simon from Team Draco. We're enjoying Team Draco. Bumped into him a few times now. They usually put out some good opponents. Nice guys. Picked up the win 12-8, mostly due to the turn that the game ended. We both had basically nothing left and were swapping one objective. If it ends turn 5 or turn 7, I win 12-8. Of course, it ends turn 6, he picks up the 12-8. Fair enough. As it happens, his win ran him into another Yanari list, and I was kind of glad to not play my 4th Eldar army of the weekend. Instead, I got triple Gallant and Gulliman as my final game, which my Tyranid list built to kill infantry didn't really like. And I ran around the board trying not to die for about, I think we ended on turn 6, with me having about 5 models on the board, and I lost 18-2 because I couldn't kill those Gallants.
Ouch.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time getting kicked in that game. There was a point in that game where a thought went through my head, which is never a good thought as a competitive player, which was, I think it might be easier to just go fight Gilliman. I might just go punch him. He's definitely the soft target here. That's not what you want in your head. So I finished 3-2, but due to the glorious way that battle points work, I finished, I think, 13th or 14th.
Yep.
So it's a respectable score.
I mean, to put into perspective just how dumb battle points actually are, me and Kristen in our last game, we were on the bottom table, and we'd figured out that there was a way that he could beat me, and I'd go 0-5 and he'd go 4-1, but he'd still come in last place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is how dumb that system is.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed with finish because I was joint first at the end of day 1, and I fell off the top pretty rapidly. And I feel I hit 2 very hard counters to my list, but that is the problem with playing on. I never dropped below table 3 all weekend, so every game I ran into was a very, very tough game. But that's the problem with being up at the top end. You don't get to fight easy lists, do you?
Yeah, you got to play good players if you're trying to win, aren't you?
Yep. It's worth mentioning that the top table played 4 minutes of the final round. As Alex and Manny had practiced against each other and knew exactly what each other's lists do, so they just rolled for first turn. Manny won, and Alex shook his hand and gave him the 20 minutes. I think the judges did make them actually play the first turn. They rolled the charge, made sure the Smash Captains got into the Flyers. Smash Captains killed the Flyers, and then they called it.
ETC Hammer.
Yep. It's in no way a game of who tables each other. The Maelstrom cards.
Maelstrom cards were...
They're just stupid.
Yeah, my game 4, which... It was a 20-0 loss regardless, because of what happened in the game. But it was like, turn 1 for him, Maelstrom cards were like, capture the 2 objectives in his... Because it was Hammer and Anvil. Capture the 2 objectives in his deployment zone. Area denial.
Yeah, just freebies.
And I can't remember what the 4th one was like. Just
one of the real issues with it is after practicing ETC so much and hating it, I don't want to play Maelstrom, and Maelstrom's not actually like a bad game system. It's quite fun, but it's just put me off it completely.
Yeah. We need to try and refrain from just going on another wheel ETC missions batch because we do this most times we discuss it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was it was a really good weekend, regardless of what we thought of the missions or whatever.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it's a point that you got to talk about, you know.
Yeah. But fortunately, that's about it for ETC tournaments for us this year. I think everything we're going to after this is either ITC or the GW event, which would be straight book missions.
Yes. And we don't know if it's going to be new book missions as well. I'd assume it is, but, you know.
I just thought so.
Unless Chapter Approved isn't going to release new missions, which I highly doubt. But
yeah,
I'd be expecting that we'd be playing new book missions, which is cool.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what they do, because, I mean, Games Workshop even sort of admitted at Warmfest that one of their Chapter Approved missions doesn't work.
Yeah. Which one?
The
Roman
Roman
troll,
troll one,
yeah.
put your army into thirds.
Yeah, there's so much like that they seem to have forgotten about when writing that mission.
Yeah.
It was at Heat 3 last year when I went to the judges and said, I've got a fortification, how does it work? And he said, oh, go talk to your opponent. I'm like, that's not how judge calls work.
I
Doing
also,
what, man?
I also had units that were in the wrong third of my army that I didn't roll for that had to be deployed before the game. So it was, do they die in space or do I get to deploy them? And we literally diced for it. It was just
ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah. So shortly after that, that was my last event with Tyranids and Gene Steel Cult, I think, probably till the Gene Steel Cult Codex comes out. I decided to take a little break because I've played some probably 200 games now with my Tyranids and Gene Steel Cult build. Which meant that Mark has picked up my Tyranid and Gene Steel Cult build. Having been on the receiving end of it for quite some time, thought he'd have a go from the other side of the claws.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. It takes a lot more effort towards the end of the game than I'd like it to.
Yeah.
But no, it's you get a fun couple of first turns with it.
It's a list that hits like a hammer and then burns out. You've really got to keep a handle on it at the end of the game.
I'd like to burn it out.
Yeah.
But you sort of have to. It can hit so hard that you can get away with it. In a lot of games, you can just clear up before it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
And the switchover put me. I'm now playing my Thousand Suns, the fabled bird person list that I've been tormenting people with for a little while about actually getting it painted. Has been done a little bit now. We're just painting up the last ones for this Supla, but
Yeah, you're making concerningly good progress with that, actually.
yeah, I finished some earlier. I've painted 15 since Friday.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
I've played this list recently,
Yeah.
rather recently, in a behind closed doors games because our armies looked like garbage.
yeah.
During that game, they were not finished at all, and we were not going to disgrace any public tabletop by putting these unfinished projects on there.
That was my kitchen table and a few proxies.
Yeah.
That list was actually the softer version of this list.
Yeah, we both messed about with our list because we wanted a stupid animal battle for no reason whatsoever. We wanted Slith versus Karnak.
Yeah. Karnak. Well, Karnak does feature in my competitive version of this list, when obviously not Superless because I'm playing Thousand Suns and he's a demon. But he will feature in the version that I'm probably going to take to Warm World for Heat 3. Because there's been a lot of people and a lot of pictures of that Griff Hound that the Sigmarines are around. Talking a lot of shit about who the goodest boy is. And it's Karnak. He's the original pup and he is the best.
He's
going to
a
guard
good
their
doggo.
people, prove some points.
I mean, I think Beasts of Nurgle will argue with you on that one.
They're not dogs.
I mean, they are.
Who fucking knows what they are?
Maybe they are dogs.
What they were.
Fair point, well made. Yeah, so the bird person list had a slight run out at the week after Cali. Me and Mark decided to go to another tournament. Imps. Matt pulled out of this one. I can't remember why.
Shots fired indeed, Psychos gone.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Imps, I was spending time with a new lady friend, and as it happens, good job I didn't go because I spent 3.5 hours in hospital that day. I think what happened was, as you guys were doing round updates, I was given an updates on having my blood tested, and
oh yeah, you nearly died.
Yeah,
you did nearly die. This wasn't the back pain, Matt. This was
not back pain. This was
close to death, Matt.
Quite worried about what was happening, Matt.
He's fine, folks.
I am fine now. Woo!
So yeah, aside from the Matt nearly dying, let's not concern ourselves with that.
At least I'm not diabetic.
We're over exaggerating. He didn't nearly die.
No, he was fine.
He was fine, being a baby.
Yeah.
I just had an infection, but it was like the second worst. No, like the third worst pain I've ever had. The other pains comparable to that being kidney stones. And the other pain playing James, and the other pain, the back pain that forced me to collapse every time I stood up. Yeah. Playing James's Hive Guard.
Yeah, it's up there. That experience.
Playing my Hive Guard is nothing compared to the bird person.
Yeah, well, if I'm playing Custodians, I'm just going to get shat on by your Thousand Sons anyway, so it's
covered in bad shit.
It's irrelevant. I might be a zombie dead. I've not done any tests.
I don't know how you would test that.
Pulse.
It's true.
Surprised the streamer...
But you could cut bits of him off and just see if he'd noticed it.
Right, the stream was hosted by Nagash all along. That would explain the computer. Yeah. The shit connect is typical of Shaiish. James, do you know what Shaiish is?
No.
Well, I'm not sure if you've been sarcastic then, because you sounded almost like you were.
No, I genuinely don't know what Shaiish is.
I think it's the Wind of Death. Matt, I have had what you had. I can relate rather well. Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it, Debs? Shaiish. Let's check. Shaiish is the realm of Shaiish, the realm of death.
Okay.
And is aligned with the Wind of Death. Yes. There we go. That's oomph. Yes.
Don't think that gets you out of fluff corner though, James.
That does not get you out of fluff.
Revisiting Whoeverus and Corfera now.
Okay, let's plough on with the bit that I know about, which is the Marcus Glorious Imps tournament.
It wasn't glorious.
It was magnificent. It proved me so.
First of all, shout out to Dave for the sandwiches that he made us, because they were fucking glorious.
What, Dave? Walker?
Nicest sandwiches, yeah. Dave Walker made us sandwiches, and they were some of the nicest sandwiches I've ever eaten.
Dave Walker is a super
chef. They picked me right up after round one.
Yeah.
So I was not happy. I hate to be a guy that blames dice, but I should have won that game. Hands down, I should have won that game. I lost by a point, and it took me 3 turns to kill 1 Flamer of Zeech with 1 wound, with Hive Guard. Like, I had an entire Tyrannid Psychic phase where all I did was 3 mortal wounds to my own Hive Tyrant. I just was not. I couldn't get a foothold in that game and to only lose it by a point at the end. I was gutted. I think it's fair to say that I definitely should have won that game, and things just didn't go for
me. Yeah, my round one, playing my bird person list, but not quite. I didn't have enough Zangor, so I had to take Magnus, which sounds like a real hardship, I know, but he's terrible and useless in boy game, especially in ITC because he gives up 5 points every game. So my first draw, when you brought Magnus, what you really, really want your first draw to be is a Knight, Castellan, and Custodes. It wasn't a great first round, but fortunately the Castellan couldn't shoot for shit, and I pinned it against a wall, hostage it with just Magnus, and then the Smite spam and hordes of Zangor just ate all the Custodes.
Yeah, that'll happen.
That game ended on turn 3 or 4, tabling my opponent. Which obviously we're now back to the horrors of having to fight on table 1 against bad people again.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem. Well, I shouldn't have had that problem, but I did.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, by only losing by a point, I became the highest loser, which meant I drew upwards.
Yay.
And I'll say this, James, the cult ambush for your army, it's quite pivotal, isn't it?
It helps. It certainly helps. Yeah,
it helps. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's pivotal because I mean that Gene Stealer cult are probably overcosted.
Mm. What I like about this tournament is all the shit that people give me. My Tyranid army is really powerful. It's really, really good. No, is it?
Oh, mate, if the dice went well for me, I fucking roll that tournament. Not even a contest. But I didn't roll a single 6 on the cult ambush table all day. That's 18 dice that I rolled and failed to score a single 6.
Ha.
Yeah. I was like, why am I bringing James's army that has this one cool ability that's it's just not happening for me? I went in, I played Tom Douch round 2, and Tom's an awesome guy. I really enjoyed our game. But
It should also-
yeah, in my cult ambush, I managed to roll, I believe, 2 1s and a 2 for the first roll, and then 3 3s for the second. The G Steel's deployed in my back corner and pretty much just stayed there for the entirety of the game. Again, he outplayed me even with that. It was going to be a tough contest because Tom's a really good player.
Yeah.
So yeah, I lost that game, but I wasn't particularly salty about it because I really enjoyed it.
Tom is a really nice guy and a really tough player.
Yeah.
He knows his shit, and that list that he brought was very good.
Well, I did have to remind him about his own special rules a few times because obviously he was playing custards and Matt plays custards.
Woo!
Through playing Matt, I knew a lot of his special rules.
Yeah.
He was like, no, Tom, that's only if you're on an objective. It's like, yeah, cheers. He had a cheat sheet with him.
Yeah, he was playing. He was preparing for the Northwest Open the following weekend.
Yes.
And was playing the list that won Cali the week before. My round 2, I got the Tau gun line of
Matt, he is correct.
Of Fire Warriors and Riptides and Fall Back and Still Shoot and 5+ Overwatch and all that fun and games. Then I got first turn Dark Matter Crystals across the board, charged the entire army, hostage the entire army. And that was the end of that game, and I think I tabled him turn 3 because the Riptides. I believe I lost 9's angle. It was just horrible for my opponent.
This is why people don't really gain anything from playing you, James.
Yeah,
I think it speaks a lot about your games, James. That me and Matt got grudged and you grudged someone.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. So I pretty much maxed that game. My opponent was a nice guy, and we had a nice chat about it. But I mean, me going first and then making that first turn charge is just silly. That it was just game over. Because 40k has got enough strike meta, so going first is pretty good at the moment.
Yes.
So you're round 3, and you were 0-2, Mark.
Yeah, my round 3 was a sad one, to be totally honest, because I had the unfortunate experience of playing your Tyranids against someone's Deathwatch. And I used to play Deathwatch. I have a great respect with someone who would bring a pure Deathwatch army to any sort of tournament. I didn't want to be James, like how he used to beat me, but I was James and how he used to beat me. Except, again, I failed to roll a 6 on the cult ambush table and had to start about a mile away.
Did you ever make a first turn charge with Steelers?
I made a couple of them, but I couldn't really get where I needed to be. It was I'd charge onto like the edge of a squad and just about managed to wrap into it rather than run halfway down the board coming on from an edge.
Yeah.
Which is what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah, I won that game. Deathwatch versus a horde in the magnitude that I took. It was just grinding it down.
Yes. My round 3, we had a bit of deja vu and bought Simon's Yannari list in round 3 on table 1, as I had done the week before. He changed his list up a little bit, and there were a lot more Shining Spears than I remembered. He got first turn and charged everything into, and quite quickly learned that Zangor are a tar pit that will drag you into them and just drag you under the mud and keep you there. As Shining Spears charged me, and by the end of my turn, all the Shining Spears were dead. I just then proceeded to sort of run through his army. Picked up, tabled him at turn 3 or 4. I think, turn 4. We essentially ended up playing a game of can the Reapers kill Magnus? Yes, they can. Can the Reapers kill the rest of the army? No. Was sort of down. So Zangor are pretty good. Magnus is pretty terrible. That was pretty much the story of my tournament. It was, I really like Zangor. No one else really likes Zangor.
Yeah. Yeah, Zangor are annoying.
I don't think anyone are going to like Zangor for the near future with you playing them, James. I think it's...
Yeah, I legit think Zangor are a massive thing that they've missed from the competitive scene's just missed. I don't know how it's gone this far without someone putting out an arm of them.
Again, it might just be effort.
Yeah, I mean,
Thousand Suns dropped pretty early on. You know, people are getting caught up in the new big things. It was Talos, now it's Knights again. It was Coda. Custodes. Yeah. It's, you know, the meta's being chased and people are forgetting to go back and look at what's
actually out there.
good. Yeah.
It's everyone seems to have jumped on the my spam with 1,000 Suns and they're doing the triple Demon Prince and Araman thing, which I'm doing, but I'm also playing with another 1,200 points, 1,000 Suns on top of that. Because what people tend to be doing is going for Plague Bearers to screen out all the characters, and I just think Zangor do it so much better.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of the most buffable units in the game, and if you're playing that Smite Spam build, you have all the spare psychic powers to buff them anyway. You're not costing yourself anything to do it. So it's, at the end of Imps, Mark, you finished somewhere in the midfield?
Don't even think I was that high up.
No.
My one win wasn't high, and I scored like nothing against Tom. So I think I was lower. I was like probably just at the last third.
Oh.
At the back. It was sad, but it was an alright day, to be fair.
I picked up the tournament win and got and was quite heartened. There was another 1,000 Suns basically just swearing at Magnus, who took 3rd place. That was quite nice. There was a bizarre amount of 1,000 Suns event.
Yeah, there was a lot. There's like 3 Magnuses maybe?
Yeah, there were 3 Magnus, I think 4,000 Suns players. The only one really doing Zangor. Like everyone else was playing Rubrics and Rhinos and Chaos Soup and that sort of thing. But there were a bizarre amount of 1,000 Suns of that. Like, I'd have said they were possibly the most prominent army.
That's a pretty big change to the meta. Well, looking at
yeah,
not national
it
meta.
wasn't something I expected to see going in there.
Yeah, considering, I mean, we went to Cali, which was a 100-man event, and I don't think saw a Magnus.
No.
And then we're at a 30-man event a week later, and 3.
Obviously, you were filling up points with them.
Yeah,
with Magnus. Were the other players running it as a serious?
Yeah, they were running him as a big tool in their list.
Yeah.
One guy was running Zangor and Rhinos, which I didn't really understand because the point of Zangor is a big horde, and he was running 10 mans in Rhinos, which makes them very resilient. But
Beds don't go in transports.
Yeah, I just didn't really see the point. It's just like, yeah, they're going to get there alive. There's 10 Zangor. They're not going to do much once they're there. And the other guy was playing Rubrics. I think he had a big unit, Scarab Occult Terminators. He was just, I think, trying to drop out of the sky and Inferno Bolt people. AP -2 bolters are good. I just think they're far too expensive to be waypoints efficient against most targets. If all you get to is tactical marines, then they're very good. But with people putting things like knives on the table,
anyone here that knows about putting extra points for specialist ammunition, it's this guy.
Yeah. Mark's special ability. So yeah, and then we're tournamenting again weekend after next.
Yep, just under 2 weeks for Hollander, the mono faction one.
Yes.
I'm going to run Imperial Fists.
Ooh.
Nice.
Said no one ever.
Yep.
stay tuned for what Matt might actually run, because if I assume we're streaming next Monday, Matt will have had to submit a list.
Yeah. I do actually have an idea for something I might run. But we'll talk about it after the stream.
Yeah. In a revolutionary twist, I might not have written it.
I don't think you have written it, James.
No, I don't think I have either.
In a conformance to the norm, I might need to paint something for it.
Ah, good.
Oh.
For once, I am doing the panic painting before a tournament. I've still got 17 models to paint, 2 of whom are characters.
I love not having to do that.
Yeah, you're just using my Tyranid army, which is
even before then, I've got a fully painted army. That's not. Yeah. It's not. I've only used your Tyranids for like one tournament.
Yeah. I want to see you run double Demacaron.
I would see him win with double Demacaron.
I
just want to see me win. Can we not get that? I want the MMX belt of just like for the. I want it at the end of like a proper shitty tournament that means nothing. I want to win a soft lads and get the belt put on me, and then go to an actual tournament and just get trounced again.
Yeah. Well, I think Dave's talking about doing a soft lads after the Holland.
Yeah.
So that may well be a thing.
That's good.
I can probably convince people that Thousand Suns are a soft army, right?
I mean, I'm just going to veto them like you vetoed my custard, so...
That's true. Me and Matt will actually be paying attention to the lists this time, because we were not doing that in the past. And we were very surprised the night before the tournament as to what would be turning up.
I still did really well with...
Yeah, Matt, I know. I know you did really well. I got tabled by a shooty orc army, which is something I didn't expect.
It didn't even have big guns, looters, or anything.
It kept hitting me.
Same orc army. Yeah, I very nearly got tabled by the same orc army. It was painful.
I see, my orc collection is that eccentric. Like, I'm building 5 looters tonight, and I'm pretty sure I've already got 30 looters. And I'm building 5 burners, and I'm pretty sure I've got like 20 burners already.
Yeah, I have a lot of burners in my collection. I just like burners.
Yeah.
Burners.
I'm kind of feeling like whatever's good, I'm gonna have it. Unless it's bikes.
You see, I am very much covered on the bike front. I think I have about 30 painted.
See, that's good. I think I've got like 3 built and 3 on spruce. So. Got some old war tracks, but I think they're gonna. The rumor is, and the way it's not. The codex hasn't dropped would suggest there's going to be new models.
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me.
I'd be very surprised if there weren't new sculpts for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I think you're safe on stuff like burners, looters, war bikes. They're all pretty new kits. They're all decent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see new boys, but not necessarily a huge redesign. Just a new box.
I think we're going to see Scar Boys.
Yeah, that seems pretty solid. I would expect sort of a Scarboy Commandos box or something.
Yeah.
You get Primaris boys. You get GW trying to push their agenda.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true heresy player.
I had to quit heresy. I was too good.
Yeah, so I hear.
I was the fucking best, James. Oh, you badmouthed me. With the Whizzle Bizzlers as well.
I think Jim's trying to work out what you mean by that.
I had no idea what I was going to... yeah, speaking of Whizzle Bizzlers, James. Corfaron and Erebus. Who are they? What did they do?
Erebus is like a Boeing 747.
Yeah, I get it. You know, it's a bad joke, but... What about Corfaron, James?
Corfaron?
Yes. I mean, I can tell you that you're wrong about Erebus as well. Like, I assume you already know that. But.
I genuinely thought that he was an Airbus. Corfaron, I assume it's some word bearer nonsense. They're just bookish people, aren't they?
Why are they so pivotal to the heresy, James?
Why are they so
establish who they are. What did they do, James? Well, you haven't established.
In fact, James, they're both word bearer characters.
Yeah, I had guessed that much.
Okay. Why are they so pivotal to the heresy?
Did they bear particularly important words?
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the answer we're looking for. Nightbot. You've offended Psycho Scum so much. The wrath of Nightbot.
Yeah, that's it, Nightbot. Distract from Heresy Corner.
Douche canoes. They are douche canoes.
They're proper douche
I'm a
canoes.
word bearer, and even I fucking hate the pair of them.
The best bit is Erebus losing his face.
That is true. I lost his hand as well. That was pretty satisfying.
Yeah. Ultimate douche canoes.
Bonus point, James. Who cut off Erebus's hand? And I'll give you a clue. He is a Chaos character in the 40k universe.
Oh, was it Khan the Betrayer?
It was! He got one right!
Absolute blind.
Hey.
I am amazed so
I'm
much.
gobsmacked.
Yes. Take that, Fluff Corner.
I mean, you haven't won Fluff Corner. You believe Erebus is a plane.
I mean, to be fair, he is a little bit, isn't he?
No.
No.
I mean, I imagine if you were to sit in, you'd get little nibbles before takeoff.
I could never, ever have the apathy for a plane that I have for Erebus.
Yeah. Plot twist. Erebus did nothing wrong.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I mean, Erebus did to the Great Crusade what you do to 40k.
That is an excellent comparison, Matt. I've never thought about it that way.
Yeah. Where it was really fun for everyone, and then someone came and fucking ruined it for everyone.
But it's more like the 40k. There's already problems with it. It's just James amplifies them to the point where you can no longer ignore them.
It's
like it's already an empire built on lies and broken rules. James just points them out.
Yeah, but I don't abuse.
No, but exactly like Erebus, you point them out to other people who abuse them.
Can abuse them.
Namely me.
Yeah.
So in this real life metaphor for the Horus Heresy, you are Erebus and I am Horus.
See?
Yeah.
You're the bad guy.
I think in this I'm potentially Agaltal.
Yeah.
James is lending me his Nids army in equation to him sending me into the warp to figure out what's happening in there. It's like, here's a good idea, Mark. Have my army. Just
Well, the sole reason for lending you the Tyranids was to finally win the argument that Pure Strain Gene Stealers are a bit overcosted. As you
I still don't. I know. I said after the tournament, I still don't think they're overcosted. I think I got unlucky with them, and statistically, it shouldn't have happened. Yeah, you didn't expect that rebuttal, did you, James? Thinking I was on your side. I'm not. Don't tell me beware great wings, Psycho Scum. I'm still upset. It still makes me tear up a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know what that refers to either.
If you ever stab me under the shadow of an Aquila, James, I will not be happy. That's what it means.
Bear that in mind, Mark. I'll be honest, if I ever stab you, I can't imagine you're going to be happy regardless of where I do it.
I think you'd have to do it at Warhammer World, though. So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, you could be the next person I kill at Warhammer World.
What?
Hmm?
You heard.
I did. I was.
Goodbye, a small yak, or Harry, I believe it is.
100 bits for Airbus, and I'm off to bed.
He's completely with me that Airbus is an Airbus.
The prophecy. I think there's a lot of shit in regards to the book Betrayer that we should not fulfill or repeat. It's a pretty dark book.
Oh, you know, I'm okay with it.
Don't worry, Psychoscope, I'm with you. No one's gonna fucking kill me.
Well, that just seems like a challenge now.
There's probably not many Wordbearer fans, to be honest.
We stick together.
It's like, I don't know a lot about the heresy, but I know I don't like the word bearers.
Dude. That's not cool. We're the only ones that stood up to the Ultramarines and called them out on the shit.
Oh, I do enjoy standing up to the Ultramarines and having the shit.
Say, look, you're a closeted wordbearer, James, and that's fine.
Well, I mean, I do it by killing Gilliman with spore mines. That's my...
The wordbearers didn't have spore mines during the betrayal at Cal.
Well, I mean, maybe that's an oversight on their part, you know?
Oh, they had 3 giant ships and blew up a sun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's reasonable. There's no killing Gilliman with spore mines.
I too remember Monarchia. It's like a scum. James doesn't know what Monarchia is.
I like to think that it's a wine. Prove me wrong.
Is Monarchia where the Emperor embarrassed them in front of the Ultramarines?
Yeah, there's quite a lot of shit that the Emperor did at Monarchia.
Okay. I'm not. I'm very behind and very out of date now on my heresy stuff, and I can't remember all of it. I like to try and remember what I can.
I just... Yeah.
Heresy's good. Heresy's good shit.
It's all Space Marines, isn't it?
It is good shit, though. It is.
It's not all Space Marines either. That's a common misconception, James. The Tyranids are actually in the Horus Heresy.
Embarrassed is a gentle word.
Isn't
not
a lie.
Isn't it where the Emperor told them to sit the fuck down and they knelt the fuck down?
I believe it's at the end of Pharos.
I've not seen. I've not read Pharos, so.
Well,
yeah.
Something happens, and it might just wake up the Great Devourer.
Oh no! I meant. I was talking about the embarrassed thing.
Oh, the embarrassing, yeah. Yeah, well, he does. The Emperor does some shit. He might blow up a city and turn it to ash that's totally dedicated to him.
Yeah, to prove a point that he's not a god.
Yeah. And have the Ultramarines kill a lot of citizens who are under the protection of the Word Bearers. Because, you know, why wouldn't you do that? Josh Reynolds is writing a Space Marine book that's featuring the Word Bearers. Yes.
Light the Tyranid symbol. That is the Pharos thing. That's what the mids are coming for, isn't it?
Yes. Well, not anymore. He's fucking gone, but...
So this whole Tyranids are in the Horus.
Look, he's well keen now. He's like, what? Jason, is it going to come?
Well, I mean, I was repeatedly told I couldn't play my Tyranids in the Horus.
You can't, because they're not there, James.
James, there's a difference between fluff and rules.
Yes.
Well, I don't care for that. What is this fluff of which you speak? This rule book, I'm not interested in it.
Also, there'll be Word Bearer politics and obviously politics, so Space Marine. Also, Space Marine punching a truck. That's worth the read just for that alone. I could do some black language stuff. I've been through my collection of like Horus Heresy audiobooks while I was painting Word Bearers and just haven't really picked back up on it since.
Just as well, really, isn't it?
Your abhorrence of the fluff is offensive, James.
Heresy would be cool if it moved to 8.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you.
Yeah.
I hate 7.
It's not my abhorrence of the fluff. It's just I really don't like Space. I'm very dull.
Yeah, well, tomato, eh, James?
Yeah. Those are 2 different ways of saying tomato. Well done.
Do you remember when we streamed we get to that point of the night where it's like
Yeah, it's just shit.
it becomes from like full on shit to
Yeah.
I think we might potentially be done.
Yeah, I mean, basically just telling you how much I don't like Space Marine.
I mean, that's a thing. That's a thing.
Yeah,
That's,
we know.
And I've also reached a point where I can't really paint it because I need this wash to dry.
I have built 5 looters, and I've got nearly 4 burners built, so
Nice.
I'm on pretty good progress for what I wanted to achieve tonight. Now,
I finished 5 more angle, got the base colours down on another 5.
all in all, it's an effective hobby. You know.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much actual content we have.
No, but we didn't promise content. We just promised.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is at the minute, we had technical difficulties when we were hot off the events, and now we're just recounting what we can remember.
Yeah, that was the issue.
Me and Matt have both got kill team games lined up this week, which will give us something to talk about, considering it's a new game as well, and it'll be our first proper go at it. But yeah, we're at a bit of an awkward spot in the minute that nothing of notes particularly happened hobby-wise for us. I mean, me and Matt are starting a new army together, which is nice.
Yeah.
Nice teamwork there.
I wasn't sure if that was being brought up or not, so I didn't want to mention it.
I don't think it's a secret, considering it's plastered over Facebook now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Mike has been working on our Harlequin army.
I have.
Yeah.
And
it's looking fucking gorgeous as well.
Yeah, I love doing it.
I mean,
absolutely.
You're gonna have to
nice models.
You have to really pull your finger out to get it done before Fallout stuff needs painting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I ain't got that much of it at the minute. Like, I pointed it up, and based on the stuff that you've got already, we're on about 700 points, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Does that include the stuff I've got in the car for you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we have to.
I've got a running spreadsheet on the total.
Oh,
so technically, another 1,050 points, and we're ready for Heat 3.
Look at James Mortal Wound Mackenzie there, looking all smug because he's just gonna take
I'm
more.
gonna smite your harlequins.
I was actually planning on death hexing to turn off full save.
Well, James, I've got some denies. So.
Yes.
What, like we have one?
Arrogance and ignorance. We have two. That's fine.
I was quite involved in the discussion of what was in the list.
Well, then, I just won't play you. How about that? You're pretty shit. You'll probably play. You don't get to top tables. It's fine.
I was going to encourage you and help you with the list, but sure, you could just avoid me instead. It's an option.
Undoubtedly, Mark's going to play and lose to me at whatever events he takes it to.
That's true. Yeah, I'm going to draw that round one every time. I'm going to have a bit of sexy jet bike on jet bike action, that.
I won't be playing Custodes by the time Heat 3's about. There's a chapter approved. There's a whole new meta for me to chase.
I don't know. There's this whole new shit that's occurred. They might forget about your Custode jet bikes.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, jet bikes are really good, but Drakkari are definitely more broken.
I don't think they were expecting everyone and their nan to start a Talos army. Like, these models are expensive enough that people aren't going to run like 9 of them, right? No.
Yeah, people will chase what's good. I think the problem with jet bikes is going to be they will probably nerf jet bikes and shield captains.
Yep. I think they should definitely. I don't think the jet bikes are that dangerously. They're not that wrong. It's
they've only got like 3 wounds on each.
4. That's a biggie.
Yeah, but then they are really expensive for dude. Whereas, I mean, the shield captains is ridiculous. That Supreme Command detachment of 3 shield captains every he has needs to go away.
Yeah, it's a nightmare to get rid of. That's the
but the actual running a Custodes army with just a few units of jet bikes in, fair enough. Yeah, it's tough, it's fast, it's good, but it's not ridiculous. It's the characters that make it crazy.
Yeah, that's true. It was a big difference. Our little so we didn't talk about our 500 point event.
No, we didn't. I was not there. It was me to pull a sickie this time.
Yeah, you backed out with Siki. Mark, what did you take to in a 500 point? It was a changed detachment, effectively.
I took a sorcerer, 3 quad heavy bolters, and a contemptor dreadnought.
Yes, Mark.
Because if I was on patrol, that's what I'd take with me.
At this point, I was attending the event but dropped out, and my list was just like 60 fucking Zangor prints.
Yeah, the fact that they were called combat patrols, I thought made some of the lists quite funny.
Oh, mine was a combat patrol.
Yeah, I'd say that yours was actually quite patrolish, Matt.
I think mine was one of the fluffier lists.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with your list, Matt. What was your list, Matt? Tell the nice people.
My list, well, I did want 4 custodian jet bikes and a shield captain, but that was 20 points too much. So 5 custodian jet bikes in 1 unit. It's very patrol-y. If I was a custodian commander and I was sending a unit on patrol, I'd probably send some jet bikes as well. And if my resources allowed, I would probably send 5 jet bikes. And in the 3 games we had, because we had 3 games, I lost 4 jet bikes across the 3 games.
I did really well round 1, and in doing so, I won my game and still managed to draw the list that I really didn't want to play, despite them losing the first round because they paired upwards. I was not rewarded for winning my game. I was punished, and I drew Rob's Drakari round 2, and I just got disintegrated, quite literally.
Good.
Oh, good. I see the pun there.
And then I played Dan Martin.
Dan
Martin's an MMA. Right.
Yeah, we like that. I played that round 2. I played Blood Angels round 1. He didn't bring his Death Company or his captain on, so I killed his bike, his attack bike, Sanguinary Guard, and tactical squad. And basically, yeah, the rest of the stuff wasn't on the board, so he died. I didn't realise when I first started, but the opponent was really new. So I'm not sure he really knew what those jet bikes were going to do to him. And yeah, Sanguinary Guard should probably have some kind of invulnerable save, because they kind of suck. I don't know how many points they are, but they kind of really suck.
James, they should.
Amazing.
But what?
They're amazing.
They're not.
No, they're not.
They're really bad.
Yeah, Death Company are definitely the way to go there.
Which is a shame, because Sanguinary Guard are really cool.
Yeah.
And then running Panit's Nipple Disco, because that's a...
They should have some kind of invul, even if it's a 5-up.
Yeah, they need something.
Just make them that slightly better, and then not that
good. Really dangerous when they punch you. They just don't get to punch you much.
Yeah.
Which is a problem. And in round 2, you fought Dan.
I did. I fought Dan. He had Celestine, some Battle Sister squads. And what else was it? What? Did you not know what his list was?
Yeah. Celestine was horrid in that tournament format.
I'm just looking at it going, 500 point combat patrol. Probably best put the Living Saint in there.
Well, she was...
Everyone's got to do a patrol at least once, James. That's only fair. Your turn now, Celestine. Right.
Yeah, so that was interesting. It was a Retributor squad, that was it. It was, I think, 2 sister squads, a Retributor squad, and...
You guys say I'm a bad person, Jesus Christ.
Well, as it turns out, the sisters did nothing. They just got gunned down. I mean, I killed 1 squad to Morale and Hurricane Bolters, turn 1. And then Celestine charged, killed a bike, died, came back, killed a bike, died. Game over. She was actually quite scary, but the Gemini just woof. I mean, the Gemini wounded on 6s, so they just whiffed each time, and then Celestine...
In that 500 point format, anything that comes back is actually quite concerning.
Shit.
Yeah.
Particularly when it's Saint Celestine.
Yeah.
So he's also regenning units on top of that, just for being alive.
It's a shame there were no Lord of Wars because my original list was just Magnus, and I was going to give everyone head start.
I mean, that wouldn't have worked for multiple reasons, James.
Would have been funny though.
That's a combat patrol, isn't it? I'm going for a walk.
Just Magnus wandering around.
Yeah.
It's no stupider than the living saint being there.
No.
That's
Yeah.
Dave saying.
Dave wanted to
Dave
play
wanted to
his
take
first.
another ridiculous list himself, but unfortunately didn't have it ready in time.
Yeah, Dave's list was Abaddon and 60 cultists or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
I entertained that idea.
Because again, if I'm taking a patrol, I'm taking Abaddon and 60 of these worthless shits.
Yeah. It's. I was quite sad that the rule stated we only have up to a maximum of 10 wounds, so I did seriously consider the triple Artemia Pattern Hellhound control.
Oh, man, I just wanted a Leviathan. I'd have been happy playing like 200 points down just to have a patrol of this lost dreadnought.
It's Phil, the Leviathan Dreadnought. He fell out of the ship and just sort of got up and walked
Yeah,
off.
it's like right. There's a lot that's funny about this combat patrol format. I think there was potential talk as well of maybe, depending on how we feel about kill team, switching up. So we'd sort of do one tournament where it's this 500-point format, then another tournament where it's kill team, and then keep swapping it over.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Based on what a lot of people are saying, I think they maybe mentioned it on Signals that people were playing 30-minute competitive rounds.
Yeah,
But they've been properly going hard on it. But
Is that on Kill Team?
yeah.
You only play 4 rounds, that's why.
Yeah, but they were saying it's Nova's doing hour-long rounds, but the guys who play tested it have been playing it for a couple of months, knocking out full competitive rounds in 20 minutes,
That's
Yeah.
cool.
which is impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't actually do a competitive setting, obviously. You'd want at least 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, that is like death clock to the extreme. 20-minute kill team rounds, but
Yeah, this is the new Signals. So what's gone on with Frankie in Signals then? So him and Jeff are now working for Warhammer Community?
Yeah.
yes,
Um,
I believe me and James were talking about it, and it seems as though it's maybe they've got Frankie and Jeff to do it mainly so they don't have to ship everyone across to the US.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes
When
sense.
covering events, I think that
They're
might be
doing,
part of it.
they're doing Nova, certainly. How many big events Jeff actually does is a little bit in question, because obviously he's currently, I think, 3rd in the ITC, and he wants to play in the L, and probably the SoCal Open to try and win the ITC. But Frankie doesn't play in the big events anyway, because
Typically, he runs them. Like,
gaming probably shouldn't win the ITC they run. So I think Frankie still works for Frontline Gaming, but I think what's happened, GW basically said, if you're going to stream for us, you probably shouldn't be streaming for anybody else.
Yeah.
And if there'll be a non-compete, and that would be my guess.
makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you just would do that. Whereas Jeff obviously doesn't have a non-compete because his full-time job is shoutcasting Twitch streams.
Yeah, if they're like, well, yeah, you can't do anything. Oh well, I'll be homeless then.
Right. Yeah. So it's a brave new world with Reese and Jason in charge.
Yeah. I do like how Jason's got a bigger part in Signals, though. I think he's one of the funniest people on that show. I don't think he really got the screen time while the other two were in there, but I genuinely think he's hilarious.
Yeah, I like
no.
Jason.
It was a shame at London that he went off to do the touristy thing, and he was clearly so angry for like the 5 minutes that we met him after being roped into doing the Best Coast pairing set up for London GT with all grumpy gamers who'd been doing it to get there.
Yeah, he's like, I'm on holiday.
Yeah, I'm on holiday, I'm jet lagged, and you're making me do this. Brilliant. Bless him.
Right.
I'm looking forward forward to the next 500-point one. I think it's going to become a game to just see how much ridiculous shit you can take in a point army.
Oh, James
I
broke
think,
it.
no,
Next one needs to
I
be kill
think
team.
we're potentially from the discussion afterwards. I think there's a few ground rules that are going to be put in.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
there was some shit in there that people thought was a bit.
yeah.
Not the jet bikes, though. Just special characters.
I was more thinking like my orc big mech in a biplane and a series of death copters whilst I shout at my opponent.
Yeah, I think as well it was. I pointed out that there's that 10 wound cap. That still doesn't mean we should probably see like 3 Dark Eldar vehicles.
Yeah, no, there's probably should be like a rule 1 on vehicles, for example.
Yeah, I'd say that. But yeah, for a first time tournament, it was actually a lot of fun. So
Yeah, it was good.
I originally wrote a list that I thought was quite interesting. I was going to bring a guard on scout center, 5 and a couple of infantry squads and a commander. And it's like, this is genuinely what might go out of control. And then you asked what you were taking, and I went, no, I'm going to take...
I was joking about what I was taking, and then I saw what people were taking, and then I stopped joking about what I was taking.
That's just mad.
But no,
I don't know why I'm getting grief. I just did a good thing.
Me and Matt have the circus now.
Yeah, we can run the circus.
Yep.
It's going to be coming. The MMX circus.
I'm very much looking forward to it. I really like Harlequins.
I might get a pair of the Harlequins leggings to wear to games. Wear them to Warhammer World Heat 3.
I worry about you.
Might get a mask as well.
To be fair, all the things that me and Mark have said we're going to, although I'm pretty sure we're going to be banned before the end of the tournament.
I think it's like, don't let us in. I want to be banned on. We go down.
You'll be
I
banned.
don't want to even make the tournament. I'll consider it failure. Hey, Dave. Nice.
I think Dave came over just as I was about to win game 1 by... I think it came down to something like, in the shooting phase, I shot off the tactical squad, and it came down to the charge phase, and my full unit of 5 custodian bikes were next to an attack bike on 1 wound, and by next to I mean within an inch. Well, sorry, just over an inch.
Cheating, disqualify him.
and it was kind of like, do I not charge this and then obviously let my opponent bring stuff in? Because I was like, I didn't even go to mention that. I was going to mention something else. My opponent said, oh yeah, if you kill that, I can't bring it in, you've won. And I was like, I wasn't going to mention that. I was still contemplating holding back.
Dave basically rotated between mine and your table. I believe both. But we were both pretty much in the same boat. It's like, oh, is this going to happen? Yeah, Dave. And then David goes, you, oh, is this going to happen? Yeah, great. I mean, the most nervy I was during that tournament was during our food break.
Yeah.
Where we thought we were going to miss round 2. We went to go get some Thai food, and it took longer than it should have.
The Thai food took longer than any of my games.
Yep.
Oh dear.
In fact, I think
leave Dave behind.
I think the Thai food took longer than my game 1 and 3 combined. So my game 3 was against Carl Barley with his Necrons, and it's basically destroyers and immortals. We worked out the destroyers with the stratagem would kill 2.5 bikes. Fortunately, it went really well, and I went first, but I couldn't get the charge off first. He did get a turn of shooting, and he only killed 1 bike, exactly 1 bike, 4 wounds. So I got into the destroyers and killed them all, and then it was just game over at that point. It would have been a complete... If he'd done average, so if he'd done 2.5 bikes, or if he'd gone above that, you only have to roll, because they're doing 2 damage each, so you only have to roll slightly better. Oh, sorry, it's D3 damage or something, isn't it? Not 2.
D3.
Yeah, he only has to roll hot to have killed 3 bikes, and then that would have been woo. Scary,
Yeah.
scary. Fortunately,
Yeah.
it wasn't. Fortunately, it wasn't. But yeah, it's cool. Looking forward to playing Kill Team. Looking forward to
Yeah,
500 points. Looking forward to looking at the 500 point format. And
I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying just playing different types of 40k and formats at the minute. You know, we did a lot of tournaments over this summer, and we've done a lot of tournaments since, and it's nice to just relax and
I'm
play for. I mean, we're already playing for fun, but where the impetus really is just on
chill out.
fuck about during this game and play 3 people.
Yeah. I'm also just happy that the ITC missions are back. It's so nice.
the real question now is they're getting updated soon. So when are they going to be doing that? That's.
I hope they introduce Maelstrom cards.
Maybe they will after the US nation of the ETC.
If so, I'm selling up. I'm done. I've become a full-time Fallout player.
Ooh.
Kill Team player.
Competitive Fallout.
I did watch Dave play a big deal at Warhammer World. It was a rather uneventful trip to World. To be honest, I felt really bad by the end of it, so I was not in a good way. I think it was all the reprocessed air. It was aircon to shit that. And while it was nice and cool, you know, a day full of aircon air.
Yeah.
Gets to you a little bit.
Right, well, on that startling review.
Come to Warhammer World. It's air conditioned.
I mean, at the moment, that's pretty fucking.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal for me because this house is hot. But, oh shit.
You also got to meet Gav Thorpe. That's cool, Dave.
I did.
Do you know who Gav Thorpe is, James?
I do. I met Gav Thorpe at London GT. It was a slightly confusing thing because I knew him from my childhood when he used to play in White Dwarf Battle Reports.
Ah, right, okay.
Right, Curtis.
Yeah, he walked over and I thought I recognised him from somewhere quite close.
And he walked up. I was introduced to him partway through one of the tensest games of 40k of my life against an opponent who was definitely trying some shady shit to protect him. And I sort of turned around, was introduced to Gav Thorpe, and so I went, great. And then went back to essentially having a 3-hour about 40k. So I don't think I left the best first impression, to be honest.
I mean, that was.
Yeah. People shouldn't meet you when you play 40k.
I mean, I was quite friendly the rest of the time. That particular game was not on my highlight list of most enjoyable times I've ever had.
I don't know, sometimes I like a shitty, horrid game of 40k.
Nah, it was not.
I was begging for one at Cali. I just wanted a horrid game. I wanted a horrid, salty game. I didn't get one. Unfortunately, all my opponents were really nice.
I just wanted someone to beat me.
So I could drop.
I mean, I definitely
waiting on Matt to drop so I could.
I definitely underplayed how much I wanted to drop during Cali, to the point where I told my opponents every round that if they beat me, I could drop, and please could they beat me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you the win, but just beat me.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Well, it did. Round 4, and like
by then it was too late, wasn't it? You know?
Yeah,
really. If you'd gone undefeated the whole time, it's like fuck.
Matt accidentally wins Cali. He's got a right sulk on while he's holding his trophy.
I just want to quit and play Mario Kart.
That's effective. Yeah, I did want to quit and play
you, Matt. How are you feeling? Ah, shit. To be fair, didn't want to be here.
Didn't really want to finish. Well, gents, this takes me, when I put this head on this orc, I've built 4 banner boys, because you only get 4 banners. I've built 4 looters. I've built a mech with the custom...
Mega Blaster.
Yeah, custom Mega Blaster. And I've built a guy with a rocket launcher with a grot on his back. So, that is, I think, a fitting way to end. So, Matt got a hell of a build, only 4 medals to assemble for that list. Oh god, Dave, you're a scary man.
I enjoy when people reference things as that list.
Yeah,
It means something exciting is going to happen.
it does. It's not
I'm
scary.
looking forward to seeing this.
So I'm going to call it there, and we will be back.
And then, haha, that's exactly.
I think it's going to be Monday. To be fair.
I think it's going to be Monday.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think we're all busy Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I know some guys of us are busy.
Yeah, Friday we're kind of.
Friday we're done.
Wednesday I'm going to have plans, and Saturday doesn't plan. So Sunday night would be pointless because we're streaming Monday. But hopefully the weather's going to be cooling down again. Maybe I can actually look at maybe why we were crashing, or try and sort out why we were crashing, and who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, we'll go to Twitch head office and shit and
just boot some doors in.
Swinging.
Yeah. Fucking show them I've got 10 orcs built tonight, and from there, just move on. And extra thanks to our subscribers tonight, who are Mames Jackenzie. We have
Mamesbot.
That's me doing that too bad. Mamesbot Jackenzo, a small yak who has not only don't forget Arimen. Yes, I will put Arimen in my bag for you tomorrow. What else do I need? I'm trying to find out how many, if I missed any subscribers, but I don't think I did. Just a small yak and James McKenzie, and a small yak has also given us some Twitch
and
bits. Oh yeah, sorry, the first subscriber, Dave in Hull.
Dave in Hull.
But a small yak has taken the time to give us some bits, Twitch bits, which are a form of like Twitch currency, because he wanted to be the weekly top cheerer and be top of the chat. So his name is at the top of the chat.
Excellent.
That's
a man after my own heart, because he has just intentionally given away money to win at a ranking.
Yep.
That is definitely something I would do.
Maybe I have to say whoever is the top bits player gets a game with me, because he wants a game with me anyway. So
yeah,
although that might put people off from paying.
As well.
Yeah.
What?
We'll have people from all around the world donating bits.
Yeah.
Maybe we should say the person who gives the smallest bits donation has to play me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought for a second that you were going for the biggest donation. I thought,
no.
It's good to get people to donate. We don't want them to lose.
At midpoint, I'll sign my jacket and give it to someone. I know that'll mean a lot to someone.
That would. We'll have to buy you a new jacket then, though. Once we get enough subs. I'm trying to see if it gives us an easy list of how many subs we've got, but it doesn't, which is...
Like it can donate in art.
Yeah, we would love you to donate.
We would love... Yeah, that'd be awesome if you want to donate some sketches.
You'd like to draw a picture of Mark windswept with his shirt off, just wearing an outfit. That'd be a good start.
That's weird.
Matt, can I file a HR report, please?
Yes, I'll send you form 4B.
I no longer feel safe in the workplace.
We could do that. Yeah, you could do some art. We could use it as the intermission screen for us guys.
As long as it's not quite as homoerotic as that Psychoscum, that's fine.
Do 40k versions of these chumps. Yeah.
If you make me a Marine, I will.
But you've always wanted to be a Marine. Right. Let's roll.
Could I be 3 gene steals in a coat?
3 gene steals in a coat. That's quite an ambitious sketch. I can hear a cat.
Matt's door appears to be in great
condition.
condition.
Yeah, my handle fell off earlier. So right, I do need to roll though. So let's say bye bye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye bye.